This is a 16 by 20. Doesn't have a title yet, but it was Zion. And the hills were just glowing. I just loved it. What you're looking at is things that have been scraped out. I had paint on it. Didn't like it, scraped it. I used a palette knife because I use a palette knife sometimes when I think my brushwork isn't working or isn't doing what I would like it to. Yeah. And so I'm going to just play with it and see what happens. But it's, I love Zion. It's just incredible. The colors and the design. Yeah. All right. Let me put some color in here and see what happens. Very brilliant colors. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sometimes after I scrape a painting, this virgin canvas and this virgin painting that started out, it's no longer a virgin painting, and it seems to release the stress. It's so strange. Yeah. This is on the light side too. It's closer to us and it warmth into it. Yeah, I like it better. Then there's a swath of light that comes across here. Here. I do want to keep it simple. I mean, there's so many masses, so many shapes. And, oh, man. So if I don't keep it simple, I'm going to be disappointed down the line. Yeah. The foreground in the original sketch is very, very dark, and so I've made up a lot of the stuff. I mean, it's just shadows. The shadows that are coming from behind me. It's pretty early in the morning, and this is going to be shadow right here. I'll just gray it out here in a minute. and then add some color to it. Yeah. 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 The shadow comes here, 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 and up. So we'll have to have some of the a little on the light side. A little on the light side. But, all right, that's going to be the. And I do have to bring up and extend the masks that come through that, making them darker. It does have to happen. Yeah. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I'm not. Yeah. I'm not talking much because I'm thinking, what am I going to do to make this work? Let's see what I do here. This would be darker after the shadow. There. Can we share? There. Well, not totally. Sometimes it really does go better after you take your palette knife and scratch it all out. There. I'm going to put a different color in there, probably a different, maybe not a totally different value, but I think the color will be different. There are also some strange looking trees up in here. There's some trees here and here. I mean, they're so high. It's just a light green band that represents them. Yeah. Well, the basic masses that I had there were there. But things will change some more. I'm going to put some of those lavender business in here. This is again, all of these hills are in shadow, but there are some shadows within this shadow that I'm going to have to put in. Am I going to get away with this? I don't know. There are, even though the highlights are up here and this is in shadow, the shadows within the shadow still have to be emphasized a little, Here, this shadow from this area here kind of comes down. So that there are forms and masses within the shadows. Gotta make sure I don't forget those. I like this value better, so let's see. Yeah. Same goes for, and then it's darker down here. Yeah. Again. Alright. Now. Yeah. There's some gouge marks in here from my ripping out the old paint. Yeah, I like the color better than this. So we're going to have some nice shadowy areas here too. Some of that green is coming in here as well. The problem with the mountains and things that there's so many crags and highlights and shadows, and you can't paint them all. You do, and you end up getting so busy that people are going to go crazy looking at it. So we can't do that. Yeah, this is a shadow here from that's casting this shadow as well. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shadows within shadows. Yeah, there are oranges and reds and yellows. It's fascinating. The colors you find. If you haven't seen Zion, oh man, it is just spectacular. I mean, really, just absolutely spectacular. Problem is that the Forest Service is getting very restrictive on artists coming in and painting there because they want you to get a permit, and the permit costs money, and it's getting very strange. But Park Service needs money, so that's why probably they do it. Yeah, I use Griffin Alkyd White. It dries relatively quickly. I mean, it's wet while I'm working on it today, and by tomorrow, depending on how thick I put the paint on, it will start to get dry. Yeah, some of these areas here. Here. I'll bring it down somewhat. It's too punchy now. Lord. What kind of a blue is this? It could be phthalo blue. I'm not 100% sure. What did I grab? Some of that blue will be fascinating. Here. Make this darker. It's too punchy right there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then here. But I made a smudge of it instead of, and the reason is I didn't take any tip. It's here. Yeah. Okay, it picks up the greens from down here. So probably just go here. these hard edges is kind of what would remind me of rocks and mountains, hard shadows. Okay, I'm going to separate this more. Well, it's a good start. I think I want to sit back and look at this for a little bit and see this area here too, where this thing ends. Okay. Yeah, I think I will take a break and think about what I'm going to do next. Yeah. I turned the camera off and then kept painting. So I turned it back on thinking, oh, what the heck? Just keep working on it. Didn't like some of the colors I put in here. I don't like that either. Yeah. Just trying a stroke to see does it work. I mean, that's really 90% of what my thinking is. Try a stroke. Does it work for you? I do like some of the different colors in here, the yellows and what have you, or the greens. I think it just works well. And one of the things I was thinking about as I turned the camera off, the sky needs to be more brilliant. Now, the only thing you see now is right here. This is kind of in the foreground. The sky needs to be a brilliant blue. And so let me see what I can do here. And again, the Utrecht cerulean blue is nice. I've tried a lot of others. Oh man, it's a waste of money. So be sure you end up getting a paint that you like and it's doing for you. Yeah, that's true. That's what it needs, a brilliant cerulean blue. But you need to yeah, oh yeah, that's nice. That's exactly what it needs. Yeah. Yeah, you've got to get the colors that you feel comfortable with and they do what you want to have the colors do. If you don't, and buying the cheapest colors is not always the most economical because you use a lot more of it and it doesn't produce the colors that you want. Yeah, Ray Roberts said that to me years and years and years ago. He said it to to a class he was teaching, and I was videotaping it. And he says, you know, there's so much competition out there. For you to, I need the best paints that I can get, because the competition is so fierce. Why would you want to do a painting with some product that's not a good quality? And I kind of passed that on to people. Yep, I like that brilliant blue. It picks up the blues and the shadows here. Yeah, I kept painting when I said I was going to leave, but or think about it. I'm going to do very little right here. Yeah. Well, oh, I can go on and on and on, and I will. But this time I am going to take a break. Am I? Yeah, of course I am. I'm going to take a break. Yeah, this is kind of close to the end of my Zion painting, 16 by 20. Boy, I've made so many changes, and I'm right after I took a photograph a minute ago, I started making more changes. So this is not done, but it's kind of close. I like a lot of the shapes and masses. I think that orange in the center, which is, I think it's too punchy. It just draws the eye and doesn't let you go. So I'll turn that down a little bit. Don't like the upper right with that green up there either, even though, in fact, I should show you the sketch. Well, the sketch is not that great, but I do have a sketch from an earlier sketch from a similar view, same mountains, but from a different angle. Anyway, I like it. I like the painting. Let me go a little tighter. Is that good? There, I'm going to go a little tighter. Yeah, I like the foreground, which of course, it was early in the morning, it was very dark, and so it was even much more contrasty than I'm showing in the painting. It's relatively dark in the foreground with some colors, and I like the foreground. That thing on the left foreground is not a road. It's actually a kind of a water spillway or something, lots of rocks in it, and it's probably how water leaves some of that area. But anyway, it looks like a road, and I don't care. But it is certainly a vehicle that drives you into the painting. I do like the masses and shapes and stuff. I really do. That early morning light on there. The original, my original photograph, the original sketch makes those highlights much more yellow. And occasionally I'll stick some in, but the more yellow there is, the more I dislike it. So I've removed some of it. The place where I'm going to do more work is in the right hand, on the hills on the right hand side. That business, let me show you what I'm talking about. Right there. I don't like this area here. It needs a little punchiness. And that's where I'm going to work some more. And that orange, I think, is overdone. I think I need to bring it down. But then I'll change it once, then I'll change my mind again, and I'll play with it. But I do like mountains, and I do like Zion. There's another small, and I did have an 11 by 14 that I used as a reference from my tiniest sketch, which I didn't really show you yet, but I will. Anyway, I like what's going on. I like the feeling of it. I really do. But anyway. Oh, and the frame, let me pull back. The frame was made by my brother. The frame was made by my brother. And I did put the patina, that green patina, in there years ago. And I did that because of a painting that was in it that needed the green. And actually, with the green in the foreground, it works for this as well. The edges are hand carved, and there's still some. Anyway, it's a nice frame. Don't know if it'll be the final frame that'll go with this painting, but it seems to work well together.